Yo, it's Loomis Brinks with the Southern Flow Podcast. You already know we back with another one. It's time to build up.
For sure, it's your boy Trey B, one half of the Southern Flow Podcast, and we back with another episode for y'all.
Already, let's go. Yeah, we back. You already know, like I said before, it's Loomis Brinks. Me and Trey B, we back in this thing, man. It's been a minute.
Hey, it's been a little minute, man.
Yeah. We're going to get straight to the bill, though. We got a special guest. We ain't with the Genie Kid.
Yes,
Genie
sir.
Kid, go ahead and let them know who you are. We're going to get right to it.
Yeah, it's just Genie Kid, straight out the South Side, 6'8", you know. You can find me on IG, Genie Kid, all lowercase, 2 D with the kid, 1, TikTok, Genie Kid.
Yeah. So check them out on those platforms. I know we saying Genie Kid, but y'all may not know that Genie is an artist. He's a creator. He puts out some hip hop music, real groovy tracks. So y'all definitely tap in with Genie Kid, and y'all let us know what y'all think. You know, as always, you know, we want to build on that content. We want to build on, especially on the Southern Flow platform. We want to build with said local artists.
For sure.
And local just in the sense of it's somebody that we can touch immediately. You know what I'm saying? So going forward, we look forward to partnering with other artists, you know, in various ways. But yeah, we'll definitely have some of Genie's music tapped in on the backside of this.
For sure.
I was finna say pause, but then I'd be thinking about
Yeah.
a grown ass man saying pause.
Y'all know what we talking about.
Yeah.
We just gonna keep it Southern Flow. You know
but we back, and we're gonna get straight into the bill. We have a hip hop artist in the building, so we're gonna just go straight to what's the elephant in the room.
For sure.
I think the beef has resided.
Yeah.
The beef is low right now.
Yeah.
But just starting with you, Genie, what you think about the beef with Kendrick and Drake?
Yeah, it ain't just Kendrick and Drake. It's
a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of them. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. We definitely gonna get into that.
Everybody, shoot, I think we just in a dramatic era right now with the beef and everything that's going on. Like,
okay,
especially with Nicki and Megan, we see what they did. Like, they both went #1.
Yeah.
Then we got Drake and Kendrick, two of the biggest titans.
Yeah, the numbers are crazy.
For sure.
The numbers are crazy.
Flashing.
Chris Brown went in.
When they Quavo, a couple months ago, so it's
Quavo. It's crazy right now, man. Like, it's good to see too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's keeping the numbers up.
So you think it's good for the hip hop charts
for the sport, yeah.
Okay.
For the sport of hip hop.
So it's helping that as all that's going on. So we love to see it. I don't think none of it too serious except for like the Chris Brown and Quavo.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
it ain't serious to me.
Right.
Yeah.
They talking about the old buggy head.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's been around.
Yeah, old buggy head.
She's still on the block. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's good for the sport.
Yeah.
My input. And,
yeah.
You know, like you said, it ain't too serious. Ain't really no violence been involved. So you know what I'm saying.
That's
the
pretty good.
The numbers had the numbers for hip hop had kind of
they declined.
So this kind of bringing life back to the game.
And we had talked about that because Juicy J was like, bro, hip hop was down like 40%.
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying. So just looking at the streaming numbers with Kendrick and Drake alone, it's like shining up astronomically. What do y'all think about Game coming in?
I feel like, me personally, he's just trying to sell some records.
Yeah. What Ross said? Y'all want to eat?
Because hey man, they had did a track on I think Jeezy album a few years ago with Jeezy Game.
I thought he was on a Rick Ross album, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, man. It's just I'm like, now you going at Ross? Y'all was supposed to be. That's what
threw me off.
Yeah, they too old school in this generation. They old school.
They old school, yeah.
They two legends with the lyricism in the game. So
right.
man, it just I ain't really like that movie.
Yeah, I
feel like Game just tried to come in and back up Drake a little bit because wasn't nobody on Drake's side at all.
For sure.
He was by himself.
Yeah,
and that's a real one too. You know what I'm saying? But I think ultimately Drake, when you really dissect it. because again, I think all of these guys are great artists. You know, from Rick Ross, from Kendrick, Game, Metro Boomin, Future.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not even into that Future wave,
Yeah.
I respect him as an artist for what he's created. But I mean, when you start talking about Drake, a lot of their numbers didn't happen without Drake.
Exactly.
How you feel about that? Do you feel like, see, we'll never know, was it Drake reaching out to them, or was it, them reaching out to Drake at the same time? Because that's what, Kendrick in the Day Not Like Us, he was going in saying he using them rather than them using him.
For sure.
So it's like, that's really the elephant in the room. Like, who was,
I mean, who playing chess, who playing checkers.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, Drake foreseen the vision.
Yeah.
And I don't think he ever brought somebody a bad project. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just say it's always, for me, you just got to give those kudos to Drake, because he did a whole, I can't sit down and listen to a whole Future album. But when Drake did that, What a Time to Be Alive, you could listen to that.
You listen.
Yeah, so when Drake came and did I've never considered listening to 21 Savage. Even though everybody man, 21 done evolved as an artist. Cool. I want to try them out.
Check them out,
But when Drake got on Her Loss with it, he went crazy. And so Drake has always laid out a Metro Boomin beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The one track that Drake and Kendrick did together, it was an awesome track. So I just look at the numbers. And then on the B side, these are the best numbers that some of these guys have seen.
Sure.
So it's like, bruh, Drake, you know what I'm saying? Aside from the Jew stuff and all that, because y'all know how I feel about these Anglo-Saxons. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But
I was going to get into that too. Like, how you feel about, how Kendrick and Ross was saying, like, calling him a white boy, and, you know what I'm saying? How you feel about that in the hip-hop game? Like, they trying to say, like, basically, they not like us. You know what I'm saying? They not really hip-hop, black culture.
Why now? Why now?
You done had your Eminems, your Post Malones, your, many artists, you know what I'm saying?
But my thing, like, with Ross, is like, it's like almost like how how they say, people show their true colors when they drunk or when they around their other friends or something like that. And I'm like, bruh, why would you wait now this whole time to start calling the white boy Ross? If you been that guy, why now? You should have been white boy. You know what I'm saying? You should have been saying that he was exploiting the culture.
Yeah. For sure. But you remember when I put that call in to you when it first skyrocketed, I said Ross done owed him one for that Meek situation, man. Ross had that. He had that in his past. Yeah, he had him, because really, if you look at it, when Drake did back to back, them MMG, the whole camp kind of
went down.
Everybody
arguing in the camp.
Hey, everybody arguing. The numbers, the sales went down.
While they like, look, bro, I'm gonna stay over here. I'm gonna stay away.
Now he coming out Meek and him,
they going back and forth.
You ain't never really, fooled with me like that.
And then, so they saying like the audio. Speaking of Diddy, right?
Yeah.
The audio that came for was they saying that Nicki Minaj might have leaked that audio.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Know what I'm saying? So
and
Meek just in a tough boat. Period.
Right now, period. He just need to. The best thing for him to do is to stay quiet.
He don't make a song. If he make a song, it
better be famous.
Yeah, it gotta be.
It better be famous, like his whole mistake. It better be something like that.
He gotta come with it.
He got to come with it. It's just crazy right now, man. I just feel like, man, like you say, people been waiting for this though. At the same time, Ross been waiting to take a shot at Drake. I feel like Kendrick been waiting to take a shot at Drake.
Well, they've always been
subliminally. Yeah.
And then, like, so if you're not like being in this TikTok world, like, you have hip hop scholars and dissectors now. It's like, Drake said this way back then, and Kendrick said this way back when. I'm like, bro, I never saw it.
Picked up on that. I'm nodding my head, but I ain't thinking.
Like, man.
For sure.
Yeah, like, so it's like, bro. And that's a whole world in itself, because these are also people forming their own opinions.
Right.
None of this is like really set to be factual. You know what I'm saying? What's the guy? Academics may be he may be somewhat closer to the facts than most, because supposedly he's talking to Drake.
Right. He got some inside count, information.
Right. But even in that, man, it's like, it's almost like they dig riding.
Yeah, for sure.
They dig riding. Between him, sometimes I think with the Joe Budden podcast, they do a little dig riding.
Adam,
the dude that came from Joe Budden podcast, what's their name? Maul and Rory.
Yeah, them two guys.
They showed a clip of him going ham about Drake. I was like, oh my God, is it that serious?
Yeah, for sure.
I know we in the world of journalism, so you look at sports commentating and the Stephen A. Smiths and how they go into their dramatics and stuff like that. But I'm like, nah, maybe. But as I get into this journalism world, I want to more so form a bridge of allowing the viewers to form a great opinion themselves versus me just coming like, this is what you should believe.
Yeah, this is what it is.
Yeah, because I believe across the board it's all great work.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Kendrick getting super numbers, Drake getting super numbers. Whoever jumping in, whoever doing some beef now, is damn near getting.
It's boosting your career. Yeah,
he's
for sure.
Numbers,
yeah, for sure.
JT and Sukiyama.
Yeah, they done did a diss record on each other. So it's like, man, it's just everybody.
The ratchet.
Everybody, it's a hot summer right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
So Gina, what do you think about what do you think could set apart? Again, we're using this local term for just immediate reference. But what you think is good for a local artist? Like, what do you think a local artist needs to break in this time, in this day and time?
Just stand out from what everybody's doing, because you just look around, and there's no shade to anybody local doing their thing, but just doing stuff different. Because you just look around, a lot of people doing the same thing. It's a lot of the same sounds, same visuals.
Yeah.
So you just got to come with something that's authentic, that's you, and they can resonate with the people.
Yeah. Do you think it's also, not the term longevity, but having that grit where you don't stop when you don't see overnight success?
Most definitely.
The instant gratification.
Yeah.
Because
definitely got to be resilient.
Yeah.
Definitely got to keep going. When you don't see the numbers you want to see, the likes, whatever, because none of that stuff even matters anyways.
Right.
It's just.
Because what are you doing it for?
What are you doing it for?
Exactly.
Because you can see, and we talked about this though, even in the fashion world, or just creating a brand.
For sure.
You will have people come up. I've had people come up bro, how you keep going, bro? How you don't give up? You know what I'm saying? Bro, after about 2 weeks, you got too dry for me.
Yeah,
I had to come get out.
Sure.
And so I think that's a big piece. It's just the resilience, because you may deem something man, this is my best work.
Yeah.
And when you put it out there,
you don't get
nothing. Do that mean you stop?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Or are you gonna keep?
Gotta keep drilling.
Yeah, you're gonna keep the ball rolling and keep getting better.
Right.
Because they just come with the territory. If you just keep pushing and keep really putting in the work, you only gonna get better at it.
For sure.
Yeah, bro, I done sat down and tried to write up a verse, a track.
Yeah.
And it's hard because you hadn't done it in a minute.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's definitely a craft, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's a method to the madness.
Yeah. So if you take some time off, you're gonna have that. Yeah, you're gonna be rested. You gotta get the pen moving. Yeah, you gotta get the pen moving.
For sure.
Man, so even and it's not. This is a life lesson. So this doesn't even resort to just one realm, because we could say that in the podcasting world. Because again, we are here with another episode straight from the ground up. I think that good vibes only. It's shining on you
for sure.
And maybe it'll come different once we produce this piece. But we're gonna keep coming different ways. We might be in nature next time. You never know
how we gonna come.
But we're gonna keep coming.
For sure.
And we're gonna stay consistent. Because you better believe me and Trey B, we've been building behind the scenes.
We done ran into Charleston.
Man. Speaking of that,
we gotta tell them about the
What? How? we get to the venue, we get in there.
Yeah.
We had to wait a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We had, we chilled.
Yeah.
It was a cool chill.
Cool vibe in Huntsville.
Cool vibe.
Shout out Huntsville, by the way.
Huntsville, Alabama. Big shouts out to Huntsville.
They welcomed us with open arms.
They did.
I felt the love.
Yeah, they did. They did. So, but how do you feel about your experience meeting Charleston White?
It was what I thought it was gonna be, but not what I thought it was gonna be as well. It was like, okay, this is really him,
right?
But at the same time, before I meet him, I'm like, man, Unc ain't like that for real. Man. That's just for the camera.
Yeah.
But when we really, meet him, he showed love with the merch and everything, bro. Showed love. Got him on the phone. Hey, he tapped in with us, gave us his direct line to his people.
Right.
Got in touch with his people, working with his people for about a week. We trying to work our move. You know what I'm saying? And we get him on the phone with Unc, and Unc really like that. Like I'm saying, like I'm thinking it's a character.
He's really this guy,
bro. You think he in character, bro? He say he in character, bro. Unc is not in character.
Yeah,
bro.
Basically what Trey telling you is we got cussed out by Unc.
Yeah, for sure.
we got cussed out by Unc.
Yeah.
And a lot of times he don't like people calling him Unc. I've heard that. He really gonna talk some shit to you if you call him Unc. Like, nigga, I ain't your Unc. I'm trying to fuck your mama.
Yeah.
Type shit. And but the reason we call him Unc, man, because regardless of what people feel about Charleston White, he really drops gems.
For sure.
Especially for the culture, especially for the melanated black man, not the melanated black man, but the melanated man. He really drops game. And one thing for me was just the fact that he was making me aware of my own traumas.
For sure.
And understanding, the dynamics of why some of these traumas happen. You know what I'm saying? Like really helping me do the math.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man, we tapped in with and I ain't saying we got cussed out because of something bad or it was just us being ignorant of some things, being new in this world,
being new to the business, how things work,
how things operate. We tapped in with Unc.
Yeah.
He gave us some game.
For sure. In the cussing out.
He gave us some game. Right? But yeah, we got cussed out by Charleston White.
For sure.
It was everything we expected in it. Like, damn, this nigga is for real.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that was a great experience, man.
And, shout out Unc, shout out Charleston, shout out Dewberry, shout out Sane. Yeah, for sure, man.
The whole camp.
Yeah,
the whole camp. And so, just in the realm of networking, we looking to be going to
the car show, the
Rick Ross car show.
Yeah, the Rose Car show coming up in a few weeks. We'll be tapped in out there, so be on the lookout for more content. You know what I'm saying? Coming from us from that.
Do you have any expectations for that?
I expect, I'm trying to run the Rose, with the merch and everything.
Yeah.
I know the merch. That's like the easiest play to
do
to get to.
It's like, so why not do that?
Yeah, for sure. Running the Rose, what I'm saying, running the other artists that's out there, running the other podcasts, the content creators that's out there, what I'm saying, maybe hopefully get some game from them, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking for a good time, bro. At the end of the day.
Same.
Yeah, for sure.
I was watching some content the other day, and he was talking to a guy. I guess the guy does some type of specialty in lawn care, because he gonna have the lawn cut a certain way type ordeal. So I thought that was interesting, but I was just thinking, like, man, it'd be nice to run in the Rose.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure it's some information and some game
he can give out.
He can
real
give
quick,
out, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And then just tapping in with him, because we're going to come up there and we're going to be different.
Yeah, we're going to be
I know it's going to be thousands of people
out there,
But yeah, I always make it my business. We're going to make it our business to stand out.
Like you said, standing out. Bro, that's it.
We're going to stand out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to build up. We're going to get content, and we're not just looking to connect with Rose. Yeah. We're looking for other like-minded people.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's one thing that people should take into consideration is just like the idea of connecting with people outside of your immediate circles.
For sure.
Because a lot of times you can limit yourself. And sometimes
stay in one spot. Like you said, it was good to get out of Dothan and just go 4-5 hours to Huntsville, bro, to see, what's going on up there.
Yeah.
So, like
bro, we just by default we had a good time. So it wasn't us going to look for the party. It was like the party was just there.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to try to, we could have stayed in the city, but man, we were just so hyped we was able to come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was in and out.
For sure.
And it was just a real intentional venture, and it was fun. And like Trey B said, you know, try to make it your normal piece, you know, to just move around, you know, get out of the city. Sometimes you can go out of the city and bring something back into the city that it didn't have, you know, because the grounds are, I believe the grounds are fertile here. It's a lot of opportunities for growth, for building up. I even spoke with the mayor some time ago, and he shared with me that the art world is the reason for a lot of the growth here in Dothan, Alabama. And so that's a big thing to hear as a creator, as a multidisciplinary individual, you know, and you know, that's just a person who indulges in a lot of things, you know, sure. and so you just gotta find your lane, stay consistent, and just build up in that. It was something else I wanted to.
I know we got another elephant in the room. You know what I'm saying? For the ladies, you know what I'm saying? This everything that's going on with this Diddy situation. You know what I'm saying? Southern Flow does not promote domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? No, in no form, shape, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know, that's, you know, it ain't whatever. We see what's going on. So, you know, what we seeing now with what done transpired with Diddy and Cassie, you know, after the, you know, silver suit, now they got this video that just came out, man. It's like, oh, this is real. You know what I'm saying? This is real. You know what I'm saying? So, but I also want to say that everybody that forms an opinion on Diddy also form an opinion on the domestic violence that's going on in your community. Also, that's what I wanted. I was talking to my lady, and you know, everybody's so, you know, up and on, and that, but that's something that's going on. You know, we all know a woman or, you know, a family member that's done been, you know, a victim of domestic violence.
Some people
are living it right now.
So talking about that though.
So it's like, man, with that situation, just, you know, don't focus, you know, on the celebrity aspect of it. Focus on the, you know, the community aspect of it also. If you, you know, you so, you know, passionate about, you know, the celebrities going through it, do some work in your community on it, man. Find out, you know, ways, you know, you can help solve the problems or get people the help they need with that situation. So that's my spiel on it. You got any input on it?
No, you really took it. Like, that was exactly what I would say, man. You know, a lot of times we can get engulfed in what's going on in this this fabricated world. And it distracts us from what's happening in the present time. You know, we just had a you know, just going to my daughter's ceremony this morning, and there was like some of the word where, you know, it's just like, bro, you know, get out your phone and really focus on like the present moment, because the phones can be a distraction, man. And I'm saying that as in testament to me being addicted to it,
to your phone.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I feel like I'm still a newcomer to the social media world, all because social media has been here for almost over 20 plus years now. And, you know, I'm really just coming into it in like 2015, 2016, where I'm really using it. And so now I'm really finding myself like, oh, bro, you've been scrolling for so long. Yeah, like you addicted.
Yeah, you done took up half your day.
Real quick. You with the kids calling your name, and you like, okay. Oh, yeah. And then you, man, like, so it's like really be intentional with connecting with the present moment, because the TV, social media can have you tricked, man. Because I had posed a question, and it was like, man, how long do you think? Not how long, but like, how long has society been influenced by Hollywood? Because when you think about television, it's been around for a long time. So when you think about love, romance, sex, hanging out, like anything that's to do with like being a part of society, a lot of it has been given to you from TV. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, bro, I remember my grandma, like, bro, our grandmas watch soap operas
all day.
Faithfully.
Yeah.
So you think about like the gossiping and all that. A lot of this coming from TV. Like we don't know. So do we really know what romance is? Like really, is that even a thing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think love is natural.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But somebody is telling us what it looked like.
How to love.
Yeah, how to love. Yeah. Versus us just naturally loving. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be like, we got the phone in the hand.
Yeah.
Nah, this don't look like the love right here.
Yeah.
That ain't love. But you going off of what somebody else telling you love is. You know what I'm saying? All because it's so easy, you know, the drugs that are embedded or that are coded into this phone and got you addicted.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, tap into what's real, man.
Yeah.
Tap into what's real. That's my whole piece, man. You know, that's my whole spiel. Like I said, you really covered how I felt about the Diddy situation. Because, I mean, even before Diddy, you know, you've seen it. You shared something like that too. You know, just talking about like the Krishan,
and the
Blueface.
Yeah, for sure.
But we've seen it a lot in the Hollywood world. It just hasn't been on this on this level. You know what I'm saying?
So we laugh and joke about the Ike and Tina situation years later. You know what I'm saying? We joke, it's
and that was a real thing.
Yeah. So. You know what I'm saying? People, like I said, people pick and choose too in this society what they want to, provoke and what they don't. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I wish the black community. That's one, we all divided and all this way, that way. Now we just need to find a way on some things we can just stand together.
Yeah, let's stand on this. Yeah, we need a code
across the board. It don't matter who do it, who you know what I'm saying, who famous, who ain't famous.
We living by, instead of having a real code, a humane code, we living by some street rules, some street codes. Sure. And these codes aren't. They ain't real.
So
so I think we're still even though we are old and we have elders in our societies and such, we still a young society. And I think we do still have. I'm optimistic to say that we're gonna improve, and it'll shift. Even from the music, because we're beginning to recognize that these things do have a play on the way that we live out real life. I think music first, but I don't think nobody's really talking about it in the sense of like TV. Because just why it was a piece I shared the other day, and the guy made light to it. He was like, they weren't saying nigga in music. The nigga started in the on TV first, and then it carried over into the music.
A black exploitation area.
We got exploited through TV.
With the boys in the hoods.
All that. The pimps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Superfly, all that. The drugs.
Like you said, the Mac, all that, man. It's just...
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I've never knocked a hustler person getting their money. And, we'll hear people talk about like Big Meech and, their reign. Okay, and maybe they do, but from the outside looking in, what real foundation did they lay with the amount of money they accumulated through moving dope? Did they buy some skyscrapers? Did they buy a plot of land, leave it to this division of the community? Did they buy a church?
All we hear about is him in Atlanta throwing money.
That's all we hear.
Making it rain.
That's all we hear. And so in that, it's like, bro, when do we even stop doing that? Because we not the ones going. They might have, again, television made it seem like Frank Lucas was like that nigga, and he going over there and having the meetings, bringing it back.
Yeah.
Okay, who really doing that though?
Yeah, for sure.
None of us are doing that. They bringing it over. J.P. Morgan bringing $3 billion over here,
for sure.
Getting that confiscated, but then $20 billion getting take it over. Take it over there. Sure. You know what I'm saying? And then they give it to us to sell. So we got to stop deeming drug dealing as fine.
Yeah,
it's not
a way out.
Yeah, no, I'm not even saying that it's. again, that's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking the hustle.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a drug dealer
Mm-hmm.
come and like make it better for somebody aside from his
immediate
family.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because definitely take care of your family, but I feel like as men, we are responsible for the community. Because having kids, my kids got to go out into the world. So now I feel like I got to go out there and talk to the world. It all just boiled down to something materialistic. Mm-hmm. Oh, he had a lot of cars. He had a lot of money. He had a lot of women. He ain't have a lot of businesses.
For sure.
He ain't put his mama on and her sisters and their kids and aunties, and he wasn't doing nothing then. Yeah. That was all for his own gratification.
For sure.
He could have just went and got a job and worked a whole bunch of overtime then. If it was
the only one, and I may be wrong speaking on this, but the only one I can say that really, people really speak highly of, and a lot of people really speak highly of is Larry Hoover, the growth and development, and
and we see where he at.
Yeah, he basically
and what they doing to him.
He a political prisoner.
But I'm not saying that on the pun.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like we see what they doing to him because they realize how powerful
he don't got a date at all.
They realize how powerful he is.
Meech and all them other cats, they had a date. Yeah, you got a date, you can get out. But him, he been 80s, 70s, 70s, 80s.
When Kanye was doing that little
free
political move, so I started really paying attention to it, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, man, like, oh, they got their foot on Hoover's neck.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like they really closing him out because it got to be something about him
sure. Stand out more than the other ones. So,
for them to do him the way that they doing.
Sure.
So man, I had some people sharing some information with me. They got into my inbox and it was just like talking about, like native land, stolen land, and, a lot of litigations going international based off of the way that our melanated people were done back on the countryside, because, man, you look at these people and they got 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 acres.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that's impossible, but it's like, damn, y'all got 5,000 acres. And this was a predominantly black community. Yeah. Y'all got 5,000 acres. Yeah. You telling me ain't none of them own nothing?
Yeah.
Nothing.
For sure.
And Grant Cardone talked about he wasn't saying it in a ill way, but he was saying it in a honest way. He was talking to Vlad. Vlad had him on Grant Cardone. He was just talking about it's piss. It's a poor excuse for a white man to be poor.
Yeah. Because
of the privilege he has access to in America.
For sure.
And I ain't knocking that. Maybe that's what it should look like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only issue I have is that it was just done on behalf of, it was done on the backs of somebody else.
Yeah.
It wasn't no real hustle. It wasn't no real build up. And that's one thing that's why I say I don't knock a person who do sell drugs or whatever they doing. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be mindful at the same time, a lot of these things we doing, we only doing it to our own people.
Yeah.
But they don't hustle like us. They ain't got that grit like us. They not as innovative as us. And we can say all these things, but it don't matter because we don't own nothing.
Right.
And that's really just my only ill towards, the Anglo-Saxons. Because I don't hate nobody. I don't have no racist bite in my bone.
Right.
My kids don't even really know color yet. And some people be like, well, you better start teaching them. Because I do notice where I can see where parents have been already kind of showing their kids like, oh, stick with your color.
Yeah, for sure.
My daughter looking just like,
what? Yeah,
like, I'm just cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, y'all tripping. But they know about color.
Yeah.
She don't
know.
But I do want her to just know what's a good person and what's not a good person.
Right.
Because I feel like, too, it's a gift and a curse when you telling your kids this color thing, because then she going to people who her skin color, but they not her people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They do you bad just because you being naive and, like, hey, I'm gonna be to eat my people. So it's like, I just want her to see what a good person is across the board. Because you'll come across good Europeans.
Yeah, for sure.
Anglo-Saxons.
For sure.
I don't call them white people. It was a dude on the video. He was like, He had white people in his group. He had to be some type of cult leader. But he was a melanated guy. He was like, look at my skin. I am not black. He had on a white coat. And and then he came beside a white person. He was like, look at their skin. They are not white. My coat is white.
Yeah.
They are just a lighter brown.
Yeah.
I was like, that's an interesting perspective.
Yeah, if you look at it like that.
Because you think about melanin, that's an origin of the creation of life. And so the darker you are, the more melanated you are. So that must mean the darker people will be the original people.
Yeah.
But science ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about the facts. No. You know what I'm saying? We could go into this whole conspiracy theory type, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers got lab grown meat. Mm-hmm. Why would you even create such a thing?
Just experiment.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Like lab grown meat, goddamn, Bill Gates. You could have came up with something else, but lab grown meat. Yeah. Come on, man. You like these niggas, they really trying to get over on you. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be mindful of the food. We got to be mindful of the social media. Man, it's almost overwhelming. In a sense.
Think about.
Yeah, to think about, because it really goes deep. And most people like, bro, I'm just staying on the surface. I'm gonna just eat McDonald's, bro. I ain't gonna even think about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just
whatever.
I ain't got time. And that's the fucked up part. We ain't got time. We ain't got time. So, hey man, this is why I love the Southern Flow, because this is where we come and let it go, and we build up. Before we depart though, I want to get right back on this music side. Who your favorite artist right now, G?
Right now I've really been listening to Gunna. I ain't gonna lie, I like his new album.
Okay.
Yeah, he coming back like different. You know, he on his gym stuff. Where he talking about health, so he ain't too much just like caught up in like the mundane thing. You know, he actually got some substance.
So Gunna came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, everybody trying to count him out, so he feel like he got something cool.
Because everybody that was talking about it quiet.
Yeah, they quiet.
Everybody
trying to work with him again.
I ain't even heard Lil Baby drop out. What Lil Baby? He did a feature.
Yeah. And everybody talking about Baby. Everybody like, oh, Baby ain't the same. So I feel like he just on the back burner right now, just trying to cook up. So he gotta come.
He better come with it.
He gotta come with it.
Yeah, like you said, Gunna. That's an interesting take right there. I like that.
For sure.
Yeah. What about you, Trey? Who your favorite artist right now?
My favorite artist right now, man. When people ask me that, bro, since like I could give you a straight up answer, like if I was like 21 and under.
Yeah.
But right now, bro, I just go off my vibe, man. Whatever I feel. Yeah. That's who I'm playing. Whether it's some old school. Yeah. I got music I got a playlist I ride to. I got a playlist, you know, if I'm just chilling, I'm listening
it's
to.
It's just how it comes.
It's just a vibe. But I definitely like my favorite genre of hip hop probably would be that 90s. It probably went from 90s. My genres is 90s hip hop.
Yeah.
Then it go to mid 2000s hip hop. Then I like that because I was 18 at the time, so I'm stuck in that way. I like that 2012 to 2015 Atlanta, Chicago sound. I like to listen to that from time to time. So it's just, but I ain't really got no artist. I'm trying to find them. Me and Jay trying to find, who cooking up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, if you tapping in with the Southern Flow, we're
gonna figure out how to have a session. Jeannie gonna be our first live
for sure
artist on the Southern Flow, where we bring it to you live and direct
for sure,
giving you some real music,
for real,
giving you some instant what's the thing they use to find music? I can't even think of it now.
Shazam.
Yeah, instant Shazam. We're gonna bring it to you right here on the Southern Flow set. Sure. But I definitely like Jeannie answer because he gave you a perspective on Gunna, and that's a story to attest to. It's like everybody counted him out. Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah.
And he came back strong.
2 albums in.
He came back strong.
For sure.
And of course, what Trey B said is especially when you're a music connoisseur, it's hard to just say one person. But I am stuck in that 90s. Like right now, I've been bumping that Scarface.
Yeah.
Mary. bumping a little bit of that Tupac. And then I get into that classic R&B. You know, I've been listening to some Brandy. I've been listening to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
KM.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I just have this innate thing for music, man. You know, music is something that's magical. That ain't something that's just, you know.
Yeah, with the art, you know, with the person, you know, people don't like to mention, you know, R. Kelly, you know, with this Diddy situation.
Yeah.
This is like the last take. Do you feel like, you know, you should separate the man from the music, or do you feel like you should just cancel everything all together? Because this R. Kelly, you know, his music's still on Apple Music and all the streaming. You know, they ain't, you know, knock on wood, they ain't took it off yet. But.
Yeah, it's a lot of Harvey Weinstein movies that's still being played.
Okay, yeah.
All the Anglo-Saxons that have done what they've done, all their work is still up.
Still up.
All the, you know, we just got to a point where like the Confederate stuff was taken down.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what did they really do?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure if it was any monies involved with anything around those establishments, it ain't going to our community.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, that stuff right there, it don't matter. The only thing would be, you know, the reparation of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure R. Kelly is paying for he
ain't getting probably them stream money.
He paying for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then too, a thing that most people never talk about is like, what is the responsibility of the parents? Because a lot of these parents knew these things.
Mm-hmm.
So in the name of the check, you probably wasn't checking for what was what. You just saw the money.
For sure.
But now that it's a thing,
now you want to cancel.
Now you canceling it. So it's like, you know, even with the Harvey Weinstein, a lot of those people may have gone, they went through the process.
For sure.
But then when it came to talk about it, that's when it was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You should have got him then.
Yeah.
Don't let him get more famous and famous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we gotta hit it. We gotta nip it in the bud right then.
Yeah.
And not try to, well, you know, at least I'm gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you ain't gonna never get. You know, you're gonna be materially rich for a short amount of time with a lifetime worth of trauma.
For sure.
So, you know, hey, we just telling you to keep building up. Don't take no bullshit from nobody. Persevere.
For sure.
Consistency. Resist any temptation to stop because you feel like it's hard or you can't see the way. Because sometimes when you just going the way will keep showing itself. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's my spiel. What you got for him, Trey B?
Shit, I just got, you know what I'm saying, just like you said, bro. We back with another episode. You know, don't count us out, just count us in every time, man. Because every time you think we out, hey, we jumping back in. So. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep this thing rolling with the Southern Flow. You know, tell them where they can find you at again, bro.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Genie Kid 1, 2 D's with the kid, Genie Kid on TikTok.
For sure. You can find me on IG at official Trey B, you know, Facebook, Trey Brown. We're going to get that Southern Flow Facebook up and running. We you know what I'm saying?
It's a little content there.
Yeah, we're working. We're going to get it up and running. When we do, y'all like and subscribe and all that to the YouTube channel, Southern Flow Podcast. You know what I'm saying? We just appreciate everybody for tapping in, bro.
Most definitely. And y'all already know I'm Lewis Brinks, and that's all the way across. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook, a little bit of Instagram. Those really my main two. I set up a Snap, but I ain't snapping.
Yeah.
Not right now. You know what I'm saying? So y'all check us out. Y'all build up with us. Again, it's the Southern Flow. You already know. We out.
So.
Peace.